Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today I'm talking about your emotions. I'm talking about your emotions because this is the biggest lesson you're ever going to learn when it comes to manifestation. Now, all of you that are on a healing journey, a manifestation journey, anything like this, once you learn to master your emotions, you're going to change your life. Now, there's a thing here. There's a truth that we need to discover, and I'm going to go into it today about emotions. And I'm excited to share it with you. If you like Spirituality Simplified, please consider sharing and subscribing. Also, comment down below if you found this talk helpful. Share it with others. And check out my free Facebook group and my Instagram. So when I talk about emotion today, guys, I'm going to talk to you out there. How many of you out there are dealing with heavy emotions, fears, doubts, pains? Might be likely why you are trying to learn from these videos. Well, put it this way, what I want you to recognize, and this is the biggest thing that you need to learn, I'm going to go straight into it first now, is that your emotions, we call them frustration, anger, sadness, and all these things. But what you actually have to realize about emotions, emotion is just collective energy in the body. It's a sensation at the end of the day. And it's actually really interesting because an old video of Dr. Joe came up talking about this, and it really inspired me on my own understanding on emotions. So I'm going to talk about it now. And the truth is that, yes, when you are there and you're feeling an emotion, we say, I'm anxious. But actually what it is you're just noticing a sensation on the body. Now, when you do what I ask people to do, which is instead of now acting to try and fix something outside of yourself to let go of that energy, if you do the opposite, where you start to still your body, you start to breathe deeper, you start to become the observer, you start to realize that from that observational place, you can now see that emotion for what it is, which is a sensation on your body. The mad thing is, though, is when you do take the time to get still and you slow down, and I will ask people, I'll say, come on, you're feeling overwhelmed right now. All you want to do is run, you want to fight, you want to get to the bottle, have a drink, or you want to do this, or you need to do that. Don't do any of it. I'm going to ask you to do the opposite of what the energy is asking you to do, and I'm going to ask you to sit still, detach back and observe. What starts to happen is that energy can't live in a body that's relaxed because it's a high state emotion. It's an emotion that wants movement. So you do the opposite and you stop moving. What happens is then that energy starts to have to be forcibly find a way out, because usually it will try and find a way out through your actions. That's why you want to take action from emotion, but instead you're going to do the opposite, because actions from those heavy emotions are only going to cause pain. So I'm saying don't take action right now. It's not going to serve you. It's only going to hurt you. So your point is go to the stillness. Observe it. Now, before we go into what happens from there, I want to talk about how that emotion collects. Well, what happens is you have an experience in the past that hurt you, traumatized you. Yes, I'm telling you, I've worked with people who've had, and they share their stories as I help them to grow. They have had very painful upbringings, very painful emotional traumas. But I'm going to say to you this, it's our job now is to be able to do the work that allows it to leave our body. You see, no amount of resentment towards the past, no amount of being still in that pain and still bothered about it is going to help you. And I know that's easier said than done, but I'm going to ask you to face it. Not face it as in fight it, but just sit back from it now. Just say, I'm had enough of trying to fight this emotion, make everything feel better outside of myself. I'm ready to face it. And what happens then is that energy cannot stay. It starts to come up. And what you do is you end up releasing a lot of energy, and it makes a lot of energy come into the body. And that's why people can get big sensations, or they can have big reactions to this energy, because it's releasing. Wow. Now, it's not essential to have that. But what I tend to find when I have released energy is I get this tingly feeling around my body. I get this sort of energetic pulse around my body, But I'm saying this, just let it go. here's the thing that I always say to people. So I'll say to them, what happened? And they'll say, my husband cheated on me 10 years ago. And I say, how do you feel about it? And they say, I'm still angry at him. So my point is I get it. But who are you hurting? Who are you hurting? Only you. Only you is suffering from that pain. You see, anything you wish upon anyone else or any anger towards anyone else, it only reflects back to you. So that's why people do come to me and they have physical ailments, physical issues, because long-held energy like that has to manifest in some way. Now, it takes a while for negative energy to manifest, So, but what I'm going to say to you is the beauty of that is it doesn't take as long to let it go. If you are willing and you make that the most important part is to overcome and let go of your emotional state of being, that is when you will find freedom. Now, you can meditate for 2 hours a day. It's not essential. If you start to learn the powers of your body, is that your body always wants to cleanse you. It doesn't want to hold on to this emotion. It's always looking for equilibrium, balance in every area. So it's like, you just have to think about it like this. If I drink alcohol, my liver will filter out the alcohol so I don't die. That's basically what's happening when you drink. So it's like, so the body's always looking after you, So it's like, come on. The body is always taking care of me, always digesting my food, always pumping my heart, always doing these things. It wants to get rid of this energy too. But because we are conscious and we can literally see an image of the past now and feel the emotion as if it was happening now. Like last night, for some reason, an image of me having to hold someone through a broken window came into my mind and my stomach sank. But it's only happening in my head. So imagine if we're always thinking of the past, stuck there, worried about the future. We're constantly living in the non-present moment. So the only way that we can eliminate and overcome emotion is to get stillness and presence. What I've noticed now, though, is because I do it in everyday life. It's like I'm walking through a meditation. I live in a meditation, basically, because I am constantly checking in with my emotions and my balance and seeing where it's at. And if it's out of balance, what do? I just let it go quickly. So now I'm always in this state of peace or meditative state, which means when I do make a claim, when I do claim something, it seems to happen seemingly fast or instantly. So that's what I claim to you. You can literally change your life in 6 weeks, in 3 months, in 6. Imagine where you'd be in a year if you made that your only path was to deal with your emotions. So when you understand emotions and energy, you realize that you are not anxious. Anxiety is just an energy that's on you. You are not depressed. It's just an energy that's overwhelmed you. You are not sad. It's just an energy that has come heavy on you. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a heavy trapped energy. You're the one who notices it. You're the one behind it who's always non-judgmental, always free. That's the divinity within you. Start to understand that and you change your life, my friends. I hope this video was helpful. Speak soon.